In this video, we are going to write the necessary functionality to delete a task. Right now, when we click delete, nothing happens because we haven't listened for anything. So let's come down, and we know we're working with a single task view. So this is the area that we're working in. I'm going to add a new event. When we click on the button with a class of delete, then we're going to run delete. We'll add that method right here. Delete is a method. Now what this method will be responsible for is deleting the model, destroying the model. So with that in mind, maybe we can change it to destroy instead. So if we want to destroy the model, we can say this.model.destroy. That's going to delete the model entirely. And if we want to confirm that, let's console.log tasks collection right after that and see what we get. I hit delete, and now notice that the length of the collection is only 2 because we just deleted it. If I were to reload and delete all 3, if I bring this down, now we can see there's 0 models and the length is 0. So now we know we are successfully destroying the model, and that's all that's going to do in this case. But now I'm going to listen for another announcement. We're going to listen for when the model is destroyed, and when it is, we're going to delete it, or remove it. That might be better. So I will add this in, remove function, and what that's going to do is say this.l, we're going to get the root element for this single task, .remove. We're just calling a jQuery method on that. Let's try it again, delete, and it's done. And now if I run tasks collection.toJSON, we have updated this. We still have perfect track of our data, but now we're able to listen for when the model is destroyed and update the DOM accordingly. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. So if you're like me, this may confuse you because my thinking was, when we call the destroy method, why don't we just do this right here? Group these together, and then you can get rid of this right here. And we've reduced our code by around 5 lines. If you're like me, you're probably thinking that. And the reason is you could do that, but it's not considered a best practice. It's much better if we can use these events. And I'll tell you why. What if when we call the destroy method, we go ahead and remove the element? But what if there's some problem where the destroyed model, it's not updated within the database? Maybe there's some kind of AJAX connection issue. Well, then we've removed the element, but it still exists in the database. So when we refresh the page, it's still going to display. Now that may not be the end of the world, but still, this is a better way to go about it. When they click delete, all we're going to do is destroy the model. And then we want to listen for confirmation that the model has been destroyed. And when it has, only then do we call the remove method that physically removes the element from the page. And we will talk about this separation of concerns more and more as we continue this course. But now, honestly, with very little effort, we have a list of tasks that we could eventually pull in from a database. We can edit them, we can delete them, go to the grocery store. We have a little bit of validation to make sure that we're not adding null or empty values. We have the ability to delete tasks entirely. Now, we're not trying to rebuild a full task app, so we're not trying to check them off and all of that. However, we do need to add the most basic of functionality, which is to create a new task. And we'll do that in the next lesson.